Hi, I'm Stan. Today we're gonna work on some self-massage, working with the acupuncture meridians and the energy that flows through the channels. And the way we're gonna do that is tapping with our fist along the arms, legs, and we're gonna do that going with the natural flow of the body. So what you have to understand is the energy is coming from the earth, which is yin. It comes up the inside, front side of the legs, front of the body, inside of the arms. That's the direction that the energy flows from the earth, from the inside up through the fingertips this way. The energy comes, the sky is yang, and so the energy is coming from there down the back side of our body, down the back of the arms and hands, the back, all the way down the back of the legs and back down. So again, it's coming up the front from the earth, going down the back from the sky. That's the natural flow of the channels. So as we go through and tap our bodies, we're going with that natural flow, so that when we go down the arm, we're going down the front inside of it this way, because that's the way it naturally flows. When we tap the back of the arm, we come up the back because that's the way it naturally flows. Same thing with the legs. We're going down the back because the energy comes down from the sky down the back, and we come up on the front because the energy is coming up from the earth along the yin side here. So as you go through the tapping, you make a fist, and the firmer you tap, the more stimulation you get. And in different parts, you may use your knuckles more, these knuckles more, the whole fist more, depending on where you are. And as you play with it and go through it, you start to find where the spots are, how to get to them. Generally speaking, if you come across a tender spot, it probably needs more tension, you may work on it a little bit more. So anyhow, we're going to get started. We'll begin with the right hand tapping on the sternum. Right underneath the sternum is your thymus gland, so you're actually stimulating that, which helps your immune system somewhat. And then from there, you're going to use your knuckles and go just underneath your collarbone, which there might be some tender points along there, and then into the crease between your shoulder and chest. These are a bunch of lung points which are important to stimulate, very good for your immune system. So you have to maybe use your knuckles to get into that crease. Then you're going to come out and down the inside of the arm firmly, all the way through the hand and out to the fingertips, and you actually wrap on the fingertips. Flip the hand over now, wrap on the fingernails. Should sting a tiny bit if you're actually hitting your fingernails. And then you gradually work your way up through the hand to the outside of the wrist, firmly, up through the forearm, by the elbow, along the outside, all the way to the very top, and then into this shoulder area. There's a lot of tension usually up here, so you can spend a little time there really working that top area. And when you're finished, you switch to the left hand, same thing. Start knocking on the chest, stimulate the thymus gland underneath there. And then you're going to use your knuckles and stay right underneath the collarbone, and then get into that crease between the shoulder and chest. Try to get into those points there with these knuckles. Try to stimulate in there as much as you can. Then again, with the palm up, you're going to start working your way down the inside of the arm, through the wrist, the hand, all the way out to the fingertips. Tap on the fingertips a bit, then you flip it over, get the fingernails just a little bit. Then slowly working your way across the hand, the outside of the wrist, firmly, all the way up through the elbow, and slowly up the outside of the arm to the very top of the shoulder. And then again, you can go up and down a little bit, almost into the neck, to loosen that area up, and even go a little bit to the back, so you're getting the back of the shoulder slightly. Loosen up, relax the shoulders and arms. Then we start on the lower circuit. So here we start tapping right at the belly button. From there, you're going to move in a straight line out to the sides of your body. Once you get to the sides, you're going to go up and down a little bit along the rib cage. A lot of important points here that help with digestion and the liver. Then you're working your way around to the back, up and down through the kidney area, gently or as firmly as you can tolerate. Then we're going to go straight down the back of the legs, firmly through the buttocks area, along the back of the thighs, especially right behind the knees, then down through the calves, firmly, slowly. And then when you get to the ankles, you're going to try to use your knuckles and go around the outside of the ankle bone and underneath it. It's sometimes hard if you have tennis shoes, but you try to stimulate around there into the ankle crease in the front and around underneath the ankle bone on the inside. Often some tender points around there. So you're stimulating there, and then you're working along the inside of the shin bone. Often some tender points right in here, especially on women. If you feel that, you can hang out there a little longer. Make sure you're really stimulating those tender points. Then work your way up along the shin bone, through the knee, through the thighs, up to the groin area, back to the stomach, and then finished. Again, real quickly, the lower circuit, we start at the belly button, slowly work your way out to the sides, up and down a little bit on the sides, on around to the back, up and down a little bit through the kidneys, then firmly down the center of the back of the legs, all the way around the outside of the ankles, the front, underneath the inside, along the shin bone. Work your way up all the way to the groin and back to the belly, and you're done. Now that last time I went through it pretty quickly. The slower you go, the more pounding, the longer you take, the firmer you hit, the more stimulation you get, the better the results. So basically this is increasing your blood circulation, increasing the circulation of chi or energy through your body, and anytime you have better circulation, you're going to have better health. And the opposite of that is true. If your blood or chi is not flowing, it stagnates, it gets stuck. That's what creates health problems. So we want to increase the flow of energy, increase the blood flow, the circulation throughout our bodies, keep it full, keep it balanced, keep it stimulated. And this tapping exercise does a great job doing that. So try to do it at least once a day. If you're feeling sick, you could do it 2-3 times a day, because it will help to stimulate your immune system, increase your circulation, and increase your overall health. Again, this is many types of self-massage that are used by the ancient Taoists and in Chinese medicine. Very important part of maintaining health that's been practiced for thousands of years. So you don't have to go to a massage therapist. You can actually do quite a bit of work on yourself. And again, as you go through this pattern, you're following the natural flow of energy through your body, and you're increasing the flow of that energy as you work through it. So I hope you play with it. Again, the more you practice it and play with it, the better you get at it. And again, you'll find certain areas might be a little tender. That means those areas probably need a little more attention. So don't bruise yourself and beat yourself up and hurt yourself. but you can spend a little more time with a little more concentration on any area that seems a little bit painful. So keep practicing.